Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Rika Whelan if we have not met yet. And in this video, I'd like to talk to you about the detrimental effects that workplace gossip can have on an organization. I hope you're ready for this one. Let's do it. Now in this video, I'm going to divide the detrimental effects that workplace gossip can have on an organization under 3 banners. Now the first banner is a human resource banner or the HR banner. The first one is high staff turnover. Workplace gossip will 100% ensure a high staff turnover. Look, I'll be honest with you. After COVID, a lot of people have gained perspective about what is important to them. And no one wants to stay in an environment that's toxic and where people have got growth mindsets because people just don't have time for that anymore. What they want is what's important in life, and that's family. They no longer value work environments as much as they did before COVID. And therefore, they want to come to work to a place where they want to be, where it's actually fun and where people are nice, and therefore workplace culture has become an extremely important topic on the lips of many workers and on many employees. And unfortunately, for companies who have tolerated gossip and who have tolerated a toxic workplace environment, for them it has meant high staff turnover. Now, along with high staff turnover, obviously comes the time for recruiting, the time for recruiting new people, time for training up those new people and making sure that all the paperwork is done for that new person. It can take a lot of time from an HR team, and I can tell you that your HR team will love you if you ensure that there's not high staff turnover. And one way you can ensure that is to ensure that you create a workplace culture that is actually really positive, where people have growth mindsets, where people are allowed to have autonomy, they're not micromanaged, and where people have the opportunity to be productive and innovative because of your leadership and because of your organization's amazing workplace culture. Now, for your HR team, it will also mean legal issues. So if you have tolerated gossip in the past, but also any other issues for that matter, bullying, harassment, then that means that your HR team will have to deal with all the legal issues. And I know that other departments will be involved as well, but I think you'll understand if I say that it falls under the human resource banner. Now, all the legal issues that you'll have to deal with because of court cases that have come up, because of accusations of bullying, accusations of a toxic work environment, of harassment, and defamation claims. And finally, under a user's human resource management flag or banner, it'll cause damage to the organization's reputation. And although this might not 100% be, and I know it's not 100% be a human resource management issue and them having to deal with the reputation, it's more your C+ or your C-suite leaders who would have to deal with that. But it still falls under human resources because we're all humans, okay? So we have to do some really big damage control because people who leave their organization because of a toxic work environment and especially gossip, will go and tell other people about it. They will 100% say that don't go and work there. Toxic workplace culture, I would not recommend it. People gossip there and gossip's tolerated and nothing does, and you know, the leaders are actually part of the problem as well. So it can definitely cause organizational damage, and that is not something you want on your hands. If you have a choice of having a good workplace culture, start with workplace gossip. Because if you are tolerating gossip, you cannot have a fantastic workplace culture that you desire. Now, the next banner that I'd like to look at is from a financial perspective. And some of the aspects that I've already mentioned under the HR banner will also go under financials. Number 1, your high staff turnover. It's going to cost the organization a lot of money to keep on recruiting, keep on training, and keep on hiring new people. You have to pay for advertisements, then all the time and all the effort it takes for your human resource department to place the adverts, do the interviews, get back to everyone. It's just so time consuming, and it is a waste of money. The other waste is the legal cost, because your human resource department or whoever else has to deal with all of the legal issues that has come up because of all the defamation claims or the harassment or the bullying. There's going to be legal costs involved. So 100% this is something that can be avoided if you have a good workplace culture in place and if you don't tolerate workplace gossip. Decreased productivity will definitely cost your company financially, because people are not as productive as what they were before. If there was a good workplace culture in place, the company will lose out. And again, that affects the bottom line, because if your workers, if your employees are not as productive as what they're expected to be, it means that the organization will suffer financially. The organization or the company will also have increased absenteeism, because people do not want to deal with a toxic workplace environment. People do not want to deal with people who gossip about them. Therefore, you'll have increased absenteeism. This will mean that you have to pay the person that's absent if they've got sick leave, but you also have to pay for the person who replaces that person, which means it's an increased cost. And I know that organizations, I've worked with budgets, I know that it's in the budget. But if that can be avoided because of workplace culture, because of workplace gossip, why would you not do it? Why would you continue to tolerate workplace gossip if you know the detrimental effects that it's having on your budget and on your human resource team, but also on everyone, all the person and all the individuals in that organization, and ultimately the organization's reputation? That's not good. And then the final one is customer perception. So that's the final banner, is customer perception. So I already mentioned the damaging effects on the reputation of the organization. So again, that follows under customer perception as well. And customer perception, the way that a customer views your organization will also 100% affect you financially. So all of them are interconnected with each other, and I would rather have an organization and work for an organization and lead an organization that is committed to eradicating workplace gossip, that doesn't tolerate it, and that has it as part of their induction process, that we have a gossip-free environment, and they've taken this necessary steps to eradicate workplace gossip and to keep it that way. Now, I know there are famous organizations and companies out there, and I won't mention their names, but they famously have got terrible workplace cultures. Those organizations continue to make millions of dollars, and that's okay. That's okay for them. But I'd rather be a CEO of an organization that stands out in the media for having a fantastic workplace culture versus having an awful workplace culture. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather choose to not tolerate gossip. And you know what? Some people, I think some leaders tolerate gossip because they just don't know how to deal with it, or they don't like confrontation. That is an answer that I have gotten from another leader before. When I've asked, why do you tolerate it? They're just afraid of confrontation. I get it, I understand, but as leaders, we have to stand up for everyone. We can't just tolerate those ones who want to gossip, or the negative Nancy's out there, the fixed mindset. And yeah, leadership is tough, 100% tough. And I know I'm straight shooting it in this video, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it, because workplace gossip is not something that we need to or can sugarcoat any longer. It's something that I'm extremely passionate about eradicating, and I want to help you and mentor you and coach you to eradicate workplace gossip and to create the organization and the company culture that you and your team desire. So if you'd like to find out more information about my program, it's called From Gossip to Growth. And you can go to gossiptogrowth.com and find out all the information. You can download the brochure, and you can just jump on my website and you can see all the information there. And if you want to give me a call, if you want to jump on Zoom and let's have a chat, we can do that as well. So I'll link my calendar invitation, or my Calendly. I don't use Calendly, but everyone kind of knows what Calendly is, but I use a different one. I'll pop it in there. You can chat with me. But just go to gossiptogrowth.com and you can find all the information there. And I'll teach you a step-by-step guide of eradicating workplace gossip and creating that culture that you've always desired. And it includes not only eradicating it, but making sure that every new person coming on board, that it's part of your onboarding process, and that those people who you have to deal with conflict with, I'm going to give you some strategies. I'm going to teach you how to work with those people that are difficult. I'm going to give you the words, the templates, and everything that you need, the policies, the no gossip pledge. It's just such a fantastic program, and I just look forward to having you there. Okay, so if you have gotten value from this video, I would highly regard it if you could please subscribe to the channel if you've not done that yet. Give this video a like, or perhaps you want to share it with someone that you feel will get value from it as well. Okay, well, I'll see you in the next video. I can't wait to see you there. Bye.